Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Mass Effect 2. And we're probably going to go off and do the Tali loyalty mission first, I think. Yeah, we're in the right area. But let's go and explore the other systems in the cluster. Micah. Not a lot going on there. Elohi. Now, I think there must be some planetoids within the asteroid belt. Farlas. Easiest to mine for low yield ESO. Element 0 core. I'll definitely mine this out of some handy ESO then.
Probe away. Probe launched.
I know there's other stuff, but I'm kind of only really interested in the ESO mining at this point. We probably even of that have
Probe
enough,
launched.
if I'm honest, but... You know,
Probe away.
we keep finding planets that have it in abundance, so I kind of want to take it while we've got the opportunity to do
Launching
so.
probe.
I don't think we got that much more to research, honestly.
Probe launched.
Right, that's enough iridium. Ooh.
Probe away.
Wow. Okay, I said enough iridium, but that is one of the
Launching
biggest
probe.
peaks I think I've ever seen. So I will take that. Ooh, God, I mean, this place is
Probe away.
pretty good for more or less everything, isn't it? Ooh.
Launching probe.
Alright, let's leave it be. I think, honestly, I'm probably done with mining in the game now. Like I said, I don't think there's too much more to do, but there might be interesting stories and anomalies and stuff. Another ESO core. We'll have to remember this if we end up needing a bit more. I think there's one up there. Israfil, the largest of the ESO trio. It is home to approximately 40 species of microorganisms in its liquid water, and was blamed as the source of the prion-based biowarfare agent EHE, used by the terrorist group Totenkopf in their attack on Gagarin Station in 2184. While many in the scientific community protested that Israfil did not have sufficient atmosphere or evolutionary history to sustain life at the prion level, the asteroid and its ESO miners were nevertheless quarantined to reassure the public that the Systems Alliance was taking action. Though no evidence has yet been found that EHE originated from Israfil or was even synthesized in a local lab, the SSV Manila and a team of epidemiologists maintain watch over the asteroid's ship traffic for now. Yeah, but if we do need more ESO at any point, it's going to be quite plentiful there, I guess. Garvug. In 354 CE, Garvug was considered a bargain world given to the Krogan to placate them because no one else wanted to live on such a frozen rock. Technically a life-bearing world, Garvug had a small farm belt around its equator and well-insulated marine life in its seas. By the turn of the century, the Krogan had completely adapted, breeding hundreds of younglings per family in vast underground bunkers. By the turn of the next century, Garvug's narrow strips of coral reef had been destroyed by overfishing and pollutants, and excess Krogan took to the stars to find another planet to consume. Garvug was treated as an object lesson by the Citadel Council. The Krogan could not be trusted to check their own numbers. Today, Garvug is a frozen wasteland, home to corporate eco-engineering efforts trying to implement sustainable agri- and aquaculture practices. Krogan and Vorcha packs are a constant threat, and the corporations pay mercenaries well to keep their operations safe. Leave that be. So the... Yeah, I think the only thing in the system is the fleet, actually. A fleet of 50,000 craft holding over 17 million quarians. The Migrant Fleet is the largest array of spacefaring vessels in the known galaxy. Though quarians on pilgrimage have visited most settled worlds in the galaxy, few outsiders have ever stepped foot inside the quarians' ships. Cool. We're obviously going to take Tali. Oh, I don't know why that's on Garrus. So we're going to be facing Geth, I think, as a result of this, so... Just thinking, yeah, something to knock out shields would be good. They used Garrus a lot recently. Maybe I'll take Kasumi. I haven't taken her out for a long time, actually. Let me... What's her up here? Is it just the red one? Alright, we'll take this one then. She's probably got quite a few points. Add in Master Thief. Tali, I'm going to save for energy drain. Yeah. No, that needs to change.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
Commander, not
I've
Captain.
never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aborted. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Kila Salai. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Tali helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help, Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You sent Geth materials back to the Migrant Fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Okie dokie. Let's proceed.
I can't believe they're charging Talizora with such...
If Talizora can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her, she's as good as convicted.
I think we can get her off. Whatever it is that's happened. Shalaran.
Talizora vas Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
That's what's-her-face, isn't it, from The Expanse?
Shepard Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran Vas Tonbe.
I forget the
She's
actress's
a friend
name.
of my father's. Wait, Ron, You called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine Father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zora Vasnima. Whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
Yeah, she played like the politician Avarasa Lara or something in the Expanse. She's been in quite a lot of stuff though. I haven't heard her in a voice acting role though before.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive. The accused Tali Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali Zora Vasnima, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zalcoris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Tali Zora in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
Tali would never endanger the migrant fleet. She pleads not guilty.
I left parts and technology for teams to pick up. My father ordered me to do so, but I would never send active guests to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarian strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the Conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Okay. Let's go this way. I think there are some of the Quarians that we've rescued out here as well. Cal Rhaegar and Vitor.
Loyalty to the fleet.
He was from the very beginning of the game.
How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rhaegar. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Yeah.
Cal Rhaegar.
Shepard, Talizora. Good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's son?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now, but resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rail to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rail should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
If we don't find Rail alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rail agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Did I already do that one?
Yes, at least I had thought Rail to be firmly in
If you're
hands...
not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Tali Zora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
She's not very zen, despite her name. Alright, I think the two admirals are over this way. Shalaran, I don't think we need to speak to again.
Even during the...
Geral's the warmonger.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And you're Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet. I'm glad to see Tali's captain knows how to handle a courtroom.
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rael inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rael was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali, but if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rael's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit-wetter he always was.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the homeworld. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. A crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rael and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rael looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rael for you.
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Okay, one more. Guy nobody likes.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vasnima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vasquibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
We're going to ask about the name. Oh. Yes.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures. And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
So that's a bit of a hidden joke by the developers, the Defrans, because in the naming convention of these guys, they call if you're from a ship, it's like Tali Vas Normandy. So he would have been Vas Defrans, which is a part of male anatomy. So that's kind of the joke there.
Can you tell me anything about the LRI?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created, the people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rael Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali Zora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali Zora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Cool. All right, let's go check out this ship. I'm sure it's all fine over there.
The human can work a crowd, I'll admit that much.
If anyone can retake the Alarai, Tali Zora can.
Tali Zora Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Tali Zora. Kila Selai.
Here we go. Right. Now, I think it's quite close quarters here, so I might go in with that. Tali, take your shotgun. You take that.
Change weapons!
I don't think we have any ammo powers. So, I think what we're going to be trying to do is take down shields and then get Tali to get them on our side. almost like cheating. Tell you what, you
Going silent.
might as well go and do that. Oh, we've got a hunter coming in. Hey, be on our side.
Going dark.
Stay on our side. I mean, it does make the combat a bit slower, but I kind of like the...
Hostiles with optical countermeasures.
Oh, come on, someone...
Want some more?
Didn't make it. Yeah, if you're going up against Geth or bots, Tali is a great one to have in the team. I guess the exception would be the Emir, which just takes so long to knock down their shields and armor. And it makes it, by the time you've done that, you might as well just kill them.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Rail Zora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
What do we got? Not many of those. There we go.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away.
Space
Hundreds
Wombles.
of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Nice quick one. What's this research?
I'll take it.
Interesting.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize... Oh, Keela. How many Geth are networked?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down! Shut everything down! They're in the system!
Nope.
Someone's...
Maybe it's not what it is.
We locked down navigation. Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. They're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
Up ahead! Watch where you're shooting! Smoking! Down you go.
God, there's another one of these. Oh, I think it's the same one actually. Alright, be on our side now.
Get ready to fight.
Oh, what's happened? Okay, so that crashed. So I've come back in and I've redone that fight. Let's save. I don't know why it crashed. I mean, I guess crashes happen from time to time. I think it's fairly good for that, really. I can't think I've had that many in Mass Effect 2. I had a few in... I don't think I did have that many in Mass Effect 1, actually. I had a few in Knights of the Old Republic, I remember. I got into the habit of just saving every time I was about to come into a new area. Just because that's when the crashes seem to occur. Anywho. Doesn't seem to... don't know where that goes. Doesn't seem to have been too serious.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Do you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
Going silent.
Hack them.
Overriding its predator protection.
Ah, why does she keep dying? I've got nothing. I've got no cover.
They should soften them up.
Ah, shit. This might be dead. Oh. Tali, protect me. Ah.
Him down.
quite tough, that one. It was quite a tight space with not a lot of decent cover.
First entry. Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Hack one process and the others autocorrect. Still, we're making progress. Rail Zora is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rail Zora.
I think this might be him.
Father! No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me.
Hey, come here.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Han-Gerel and Daro Zen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
More money. There we go. Now, I know what's coming up, so I might actually equip the heavy weapon for the next section. We've got an Alpha Prime. Geth Prime right in this very tight area. And it's a tough one. Plus hunters. Door's locked behind us. This is tough. Oh shit. No, stop shooting me! Somebody do something. No, I'm dead. Ooh. There's no cover here. That's the problem. Not with the hunters running in.
Ahead of us.
So let's send them in. God damn you. That's not the one I wanted. Okay, he's ours now. Oh, you do that.
Now you're ready!
Whew. Okay, it's quite a tough fight, that one. It's not a lot of room to do to play with. Got it done though. Quarian evidence. Just gonna have a quick look round for anything else, but I think we got everything.
That's the last of them. This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Rael Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
We're not gonna decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
Alright, back to face the music, I guess.
Face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
We must trust Shepard's offer of assistance. It's only been a few hours.
The Quarian Marines lasted left.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy saved the Alarai. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
We're just gonna bluster our way out, I think.
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance...
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with the Geth.
You want people to sympathize with them. Hangarel wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial. Tali Zora saved the Citadel. She saved the Alarai. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment? Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
With all due respect, Admiral, I didn't represent one of your people. I represented one of mine.
So you did, Shepard.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Come on, Tali Zora vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This looks interesting.
So what do we get? We got... Is it a research thing? Tech damage. Okay, I'll take that. So on the Paragon stuff, we're almost at max on that now, which is kind of nice. But I think let me just return to the ship. Actually, let's have a post-trial catch-up with the admirals.
The Alarai was a good stuff.
Very impressive speech, Commander Shepard. But tell me truly, did you recover any of Rael Zora's research on the Alarai?
Nothing that will help you, Admiral.
Pity. Oh well. Whatever is created can be recreated. In any event, I am pleased that our talk regarding the war conundrum allowed you to help Tali. Her exile would have been unfortunate.
You should abandon your plans, Admiral. They're only going to make the situation worse.
We shall see, Commander. Many things are impossible until they are done.
She's a voice I recognize as well, Zen. I can't quite place it, though.
After all.
All this talk of war gives me chills.
Very impressive, Shepard. Thank you for your help on the Alarai. And thank you for helping Rael Zora's daughter. You stood for her when we failed. We were wrong to let our own concerns about the war overshadow Tali's trial.
The galaxy needs more people saying what you're saying, Admiral. Good luck.
Thank you, Commander.
You called us on the carpet out there, Shepard, and you were right. Thank you. Tali shouldn't have been involved in that argument. Tell me, though, honestly, what did you find over there? You spoke well, but I know a feint when I see it.
Tali, is there anything the Admiral should know?
We found a lot of dead bodies, Admiral. Including my father's, that's all. Whatever research they were doing was destroyed.
I'll take your word for it, Tali. Not that I have much choice. Fight well, and fly safe, kid. Your father would be proud of you.
And catch up with Auntie Ran.
The Admirals thought they were humbling you by forcing you to represent her, Shepard. I'm glad they were wrong. You didn't mention survivors. Did you find real Tali? I am sure he would have left you a message if he'd had time.
We found Rael's body. He left a message for Tali.
I can only imagine how horrible this is for you, child. But at least you got to hear your father tell you he loved you.
Yes. Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck on your mission. No matter how dark it gets, the fleet is always with you. Keela Salai.
Alright. I think we're good to leave. Back to Normandy. Got a level. Almost at max now, which is kind of cool. I quite like Energy Drain. It's a good power. Geth Shield Strength. We'll think about the implications of that at some point. Credits wise, ooh, got 45k. Very nice. That might make it worth going back to Chunker and just seeing what we can buy there. Any messages, Kelly? No. Alright, a couple of researches to do. Well, we'll do that, even though it's not currently something that we can make use of. I'm going to go to Tachanka, and then when we come back from there, we'll have a chat with Tali. That's alright, we're already maxed up on fuel. We go back to Tachanka just because there was some stuff in the shop that we wouldn't have minded having, but didn't have the funds at the time to buy. Whereas now I've got... Oh, hang on, I just wanted to check my... Yeah, we've got 100k now, which isn't too bad. Can't remember how much there was to get, but that'll be enough for at least some of it. Grunt, why don't you come with us? And Tali... I kind of like your dark outfit. Why don't we take... Let's take Morden. He's not been out for a little while. I think we'll go Neural Shock. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I mean, we're only going to get a couple more points, so I don't really know kind of what we can upgrade for the best at this point. Locust is the right one, I think. Okay. Doesn't matter really. We're not going to be combating here. We're just running to the merchants. The scientist one in particular, I think the other one has got some suit parts that maybe we could get. But the scientist guy definitely had something we wanted. Can't remember what.
Eyes straight ahead. Don't touch anything. Should you be in here?
Okay, heavy pistol. Okay, okay, 50. We can get both of these. So heavy pistol damage and shotgun damage. Let's get both of those.
This might be useful.
9k left. I'll check out the other vendor before we leave, but I don't think there was anything there I was desperate for, but still.
These things would last longer if they didn't. Give me a reason.
Hey Rex, don't think we need to chat to him right now.
One of the children, probably 5 years from the right. Yeah, my eye. I hear you killed a thresher maw.
Don't need that. Further Khan effects. Increases shields, that could be something I want. Increases health, which is that? Is that the pads? Yeah. Well, nothing I'm too desperate for, but you know, if we're looking for ways to spend money later on, we could do that.
You like tackled the Baron. It was good.
I can make a bit of money on the fight, I suppose, but that's fine. I think eventually he dies. The Baron that's been following us around. Can't remember how many fights he wins, but it's only 4 or 5, I think. I think I won 3 or 4 already. So that stuff we bought might have opened up new research. There we go. Double their rounds. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's have a catch up with Tali.
Kenneth, what has the new shielding done to your power grid balance?
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of gas. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
Talking checking up, I might pop in on Jack as well. I can't remember. They have one chat after their loyalty mission, but then I can't remember if they have a lot of dialogue post that, but it's worth checking in.
Hey. Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so...
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What'd you do when you found out?
What do you think?
You must have met some good people, too.
You've seen where I came from. Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all, and that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
I'm surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater. They really liked that moon.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring. I helped.
A space station? You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck 'em.
You were a pirate, too?
Ties in with the kidnapping. If you hijack a passenger ship and don't kill everyone, anyway. Good lesson. Simpler to just kill them all.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't you?
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. Thanks for asking.
Cool. Okay. Well, while we're on this level, we could check in again with Grunt. Zaid and Kasumi, they don't really have a lot to say beyond just looking at various things in their rooms, which isn't that interesting, honestly.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They all give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one imprint, a Solarian with the... what are they? The things on his head pulled apart? Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that, a few weeks for them? So what did you want?
You know, I kind of thought connecting with your past would bring stability.
See, now we're having fun. Me remembering good deaths, and you with your funny human thing you're doing. My job is to hurt things. Direction, control. That's your job, Battlemaster. You're why I'm a soldier, not dead or crazed like an animal. Thank you, Shepard. You gave me purpose. Now let's find something big to kill.
Like a Reaper. Okay, leave those guys be. Wouldn't mind catching up with Miranda, actually, because we haven't spoken to her since... I think we... Oh, is she in the CIC level? No, she's down one, isn't she? Crew quarters. There's Thane as well, of course. Let's do a round of catching up with everyone and see how they're doing. Hey, Thane.
Do you need something?
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
There's something else. Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
That sounds difficult. At any moment, you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
This crew is pretty diverse. You must have something in common with some of them. Get out of this room and talk to them.
I shall consider it. I won't keep you.
So you can romance Thane. It's a bit of a sad relationship, though. No, he's quite a sad person, so it's not something I will rush to do again, let's say. I like Thane, though. He's a nice guy. For an assassin, right?
Shepard.
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
I'm interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
There are only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
Why would anyone want to be a Justicar?
It is a deeply personal matter. Sometimes the most brutal path is the only honest one.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
Wow.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
I should go.
I wonder what alignment you'd call that, like a neutral evil? No, probably like a lawful evil type thing. It's not lawful good, because they don't... Well, do you have lawful neutral? I'm trying to remember now. It's not neutral evil, I don't think. It's definitely lawful. It's not, and I don't think it's lawful good, because they don't make that kind of judgment on goodness or not, do they?
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to speak with you, in fact. I wanted to apologize. I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
I trust you, but I don't trust Cerberus. Your experiments cross the line.
All the time, yes. But I recall a Spectre who crossed a few lines while hunting down Saren and the Geth. And we'd be lucky to have you. Too many join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we discovered the extent of the experiments being performed.
I saw your bases years ago. You were using Rachni, Thorian creepers, even husks to make your own army.
The husks were already dead. The Thorian creatures were mindless, and the Rachni were abandoned once we understood their intelligence. We weren't breeding an army, we were breeding expendable shock troops for high-risk scenarios. How many soldiers died in Saren's attack on Eden Prime? How many would have lived if we'd had just a dozen Rachni soldiers on our side?
With your intelligence, you could have landed any job you wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Morden spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They give me my resources and say do it. And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
The best thing he did was to put you on my squad.
You'd have done fine without me. I may not have believed it before, but I don't have what you do. That fire that makes someone willing to follow you into hell itself. My father got me the best genes money could buy. Guess it wasn't enough.
You always bring up your genetic tailoring. It really bothers you, doesn't it?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that. Every one of your accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
You're not coasting on good genes, Miranda. Your ability and your dedication speak for themselves.
Thank you, Commander. I appreciate that. I should get back to work, but thank you for coming by.
Why are we in your bedroom? Okay, let's go talk to G-Man. It's probably calibrating again.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. Optimizing weapons charges, planning attack vectors, you know, relaxing. I'm still trying to figure out how to prepare for this mission. Humans don't deal with stress the way Turians do.
This one. We've had this discussion, Garrus. We talked about you and your flexible Turian crewmate. We'll leave that be. I will go to the cabin because I've got quite a few armor parts since the last time I kind of had a look through and customized. So let's take a quick look at what we've got going on here. So the helmet is shield strength. Health. I don't like the breather, it's too much. Health. Headshot damage. I'm not a sniper, so probably not. Shield strength. This looks silly. I mean, it's probably the one I would use, but it just looks silly. So does that one. So does this one. Ugh. Because I do like this one, I just don't like how it looks, so I'll stick with that. Right, the chest piece we've got is health. What else have we got? Power damage by 3%, shield delay, increased shields. Yeah, our shields go down really easily, maybe we'll do that. Power damage, I'll probably keep those, but what else have we got? Oh, I've only got... No, we'll keep those. Spare ammo capacity, probably not the best thing we could have. Or health. I'm never running out of ammo. I'll take the health, I think. Legs, I've got shields by 8%, that's pretty good. Maybe weapon ammo, no. Life support webbing is health by 10%. That's pretty significant, actually, the 10%. I don't like how it looks, though. They're really clunky. Storm speed, meh. Shield strength 3. So I've shields by 8% or health by 10%. Oh, I'm doing the material. They look a bit clunky, but I'll take the 10% health. Okay. Now, have I got all the ships? That's the important thing. There's one missing there, I think. That's fine. Let's get CIC. We'll have a quick chat with Morden. I suppose we'll talk to Jacob.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. medical matters. Aware that mission is dangerous, different species react differently to stress. Aware you come by a great deal, have had other species become attracted to me before.
Morden.
Not interested.
Wait a minute, Morden. You're just yanking me around, aren't you?
Shocking suggestion. Doctor-patient confidentiality, a sacred trust. Would never dream of mockery. Enjoy yourself while possible, Shepard. We'll be here studying cell reproduction. Much simpler, less alcohol and mood music required.
Ah, Morden. Funny guy. Alright. Jacob. Pearls of wisdom have you got to share with us?
Thanks for diverting to the Gurns back, Shepard. I appreciate being able to clean up that mess. Maybe not the best way to learn about the relatives, but I'm glad it's done. What do you need?
I'm assuming I've done his Normandy upgrade. I'll ask
Any
about it.
thoughts on how to prepare against the
We've
Collectors?
got the best armor available.
Alright, let's talk about
I'm
it.
more interested.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
Great.
We'll
Even
talk later.
I don't want to talk to
Commander.
Jacob, and he doesn't want to talk to me, so I think we'll respect his privacy, right? Yeah. I wonder how Joker's doing. Let's go have a chat with Joker.
So the Collectors were once Protheans, repurposed by the Reapers. What a sad end.
Makes you wonder if the Keepers on the Citadel were once something different.
I'm glad that mess is over for Tali, Commander. Some of those Quarians. I guess living your whole life aboard a ship can really mess with your priorities. Not that I would know. I'll just burn myself. Great.
I assume everything's going well up here?
It was until the thing started questioning my every move. It won't let anything slide.
You were deliberately falsifying maintenance reports, Mr. Moreau.
Not falsifying, tweaking. I always round up on task times. It makes us look good when we come in under.
EDI has a valid concern, Joker. Knock it off.
What? Come on.
No padding, understood?
What's the point of being a corporate ship if you can't inflate your results?
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Grunt is not a stabilizing element, Commander. No surprise, Morden acts superior to everyone, like he's got tenure at FU.
Oh, I thought
it's just my opinion, though.
I guess I did go to Chunker with those guys, didn't I?
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Alright. Let's think about where we go next. I mean, I'm considering doing the Reaper IFF. Even though we've got little side missions still to do. There's a good reason for that. We got our final squad mate there. So it happens to be a squad mate I like a lot. So I'd quite like to leave a good amount of content to do with them in play. Alright, convinced myself. Let's go to Hawking Etta. I guess the thing about this idea is that it'll take longer than half an hour. Maybe I do a side mission first just to round out this episode. And then we'll come back next time and do the... let's destroy the Blood Pact base, do the Reaper IFF. Because it's probably going to take about an hour for that mission, the fallout from it. Probably more than that. We'll do the exploration first as well here. Nothing much there. Okay, let's go to the other systems as well. I think it's just this. Bovastor. Oiling surface. No anomalies. Talisphere. It is capable of supporting life if that life happens to breathe ammonia. Discovered by Asari explorers, the planet was used as a bargaining chip by the Citadel Council, who quickly drafted a colonization agreement with its wealthy client race, the Volus. The Council would fund the Volus colonization effort in return for massive trade benefits. With uncharacteristic enthusiasm, an enormous Volus influx ensued, and the Council reaped the economic benefits for a dozen years before the colonization bubble burst. Today, the economic good times on Talisphere are long gone, and modern Volus businesses are cutthroat operations. Piracy is a grave threat to shipping, as well-armed criminals see the Volus as easy prey. 3.8 billion there. Ice giant, not a lot going on. There might be another one, but it doesn't seem like it. Afras. Single-cell organisms, yada yada yada. Little super volcano thing. Tell you what, let's just fill up here. Alright, blood pack base it is. Blood pack, blood pack. Morden could be a good one. With the incinerate. Yeah, let's take his slightly different appearance. Regenerates and stuff. What else have we got? Reeve could be good. Yeah, let's take Samara.
Large power source. Inside the base. It is probable that destroying it would disrupt the entire facility.
Kalusk, you'll get your resources when they're good and ready. You want to come mine these rocks yourself? Everything will be ready for the attack. If you'd gotten me the additional vulture I asked for, it would have been done by now. I think we go down here. Kalusk, I'm sending back 2 of the vulture you sent me so you can see what I'm dealing with out here. I suggest you not arm these morons. These piss-poor shots are more likely to blast the broadside of one of your generators than hit their intended targets. Maybe once you understand what I'm dealing with, you won't be so quick to mock me when I ask for some goddamned assistance. Trouble in paradise.
Your life is mine. Good headshot, enemy. Oh! Enjoy. Clean hit. Oh!
Not difficult.
you doing down there, Morden? Kalusk, some of my Vorcha have gone missing. I need more if you expect us to get this work done on schedule. I don't care how you get them. Ask Garm for his extras. He has to have some cast-offs that are good enough for mining duty.
Hostiles to the right. Should do the trick. About to explode.
Yeah, it did. It's probably the way ahead. Just quickly check around this corner. Don't think there's much here to speak of.
Do the trick. Incoming.
Oh, we've got a Krogan coming in. Oh, it's Kalusk already. Okay. Don't have a lot in the way of shield removal. Might get heavy.
I've got no shields.
Alright. Now I do have a lot in the way of.
Good for a night.
Armor.
Don't scare me!
God damn it, Samara.
Nothing can stop us!
Brace. Focus charging.
Heavy weapon!
Right. Now.
Krogan closing in.
Big ones! Heavy.
What did I hit him with? 2. Oh, that's Reeve. That's what I thought I was doing.
Get them off their feet.
Don't scare me!
Is that it? Oh, we're done. Aha.
I'd like to examine this further.
What? And we just blow this thing up, don't we? Right, guys, get away from it.
We should get out of here.
Run!
This might be useful.
Don't remember grabbing that, I guess we did. So XP, got some cash. Good. Alright, so let's travel back to the system we want. To pick up from next time, we're going to do the Reaper IFF next mission. Left. Not a lot of interest, to be honest. What's this big guy? Nemesine. Interesting, but I don't think that's suggestive of Reaper activity. I could be wrong. But anyway, we'll leave it there for now, so let me come out of this. I'll just say thanks very much for watching this episode.
Commander,
Hopefully
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I'll read it next time, Kelly. Thank you. Let me know your thoughts as ever in the comments, and if you did enjoy this, if you could hit that thumbs up button, that's always very much appreciated. And if you're watching this and not yet subscribed to the channel, if you could do that as well, that'd be fantastic. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.